Figuring out exactly how somebody feels about you is not always easy, but even though people can fake a smile and talk sweet talk, their body language and behavior never lie. So, do you want to know all the main red flags that clearly show that someone secretly can't stand you? Then keep watching. But before you find out how to spot your secret haters, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications to join us on the bright side. Number 10. They keep their distance. Giving each other enough personal space is great, but when someone deliberately tries to keep as far away from you as possible, it can't be good. Allie Craig, international consultant, author, and speaker, says that the larger the physical distance between you and your conversation partner, or the more they try to avoid you in general, the more uncomfortable they feel around you. Just think about it. When you generally like someone, you try to spend as much time as you can with them and get closer, right? And what about people you don't really like? Exactly. You avoid them at all costs. So if a person always keeps their distance from you, maybe it's time to get the message. Number 9. The tone of their voice gives them away. It's no secret that we can easily control the tone of our voice. However, when we're talking to people we don't like, our fake friendly tone quickly goes away. Dr. Alex Lickerman states that no matter what the content of the things we're saying is, it's always our tone that reveals our true colors. A high-pitched or too sweet tone of voice usually signifies impatience. Slow and kinda lazy speech is a sign of boredom and a lack of connection between two people. At the same time, talking way too fast shows that a person is trying to hide something. So basically, if your conversation partner's voice is far from sounding relaxed and natural, they're probably not a huge fan of yours. Number 8. They never listen. You two meet up for coffee after a long time apart and talk about them and only them. Not really how you imagined it would be, right? If you always find yourself in one-sided conversations with another person, it's a major sign that they aren't that interested in you or your life and don't really feel anything positive toward you. Even when you start to share your feelings or tell them about your recent news, they either give one-word answers or shift the topic back to themselves. So, are you sure you want to spend your time with someone who can't even listen to you for more than a couple of minutes? The only thing that they truly care about is themselves, so don't be afraid to get out of such friendships as fast as you can. Number 7. They fake a smile. Not all smiles coming your way are real, and fake smiles are the best indicator of insincere friendliness. Luckily, it's not that hard to detect the fake ones. Psychologist Dr. Richard Wiseman says that a genuine smile involves tons of facial muscles. That means you can always see lines form around a person's eyes when they find something truly funny or are genuinely smiling. Fake smiles, however, do not involve any major muscle work and, thus, always look forced and tense. So, if you frequently see this type of smile among your inner circle, it's certainly a huge red flag you shouldn't ignore. Number 6. They compress their lips. According to Joe Navarro, a former FBI agent, body language expert, and the author of The Dictionary of Body Language, compressed lips signify one thing: a person feels deeply uncomfortable around you. The thing is, lip biting or lip compression is one of the ways we calm ourselves down in times of stress. Navarro explains the power of lip compression more specifically, saying that when something is seriously bothering us, our limbic system reacts to it immediately by narrowing our lips. At the same time, someone pressing their lips together isn't always because of a dislike for you personally. It may be because they really don't like the topic you're discussing or the questions you're asking. So try to change the topic and see whether this nonverbal signal goes away before making any major conclusions. Number 5. They rarely look you in the eye. Eye contact is extremely important in communication, so if you and the person you're talking to lack it, your connection is obviously not as good as you may think. Lynn Taylor, a national workplace expert, says that no eye contact may signify that the other person doesn't like or even respect you. They're afraid that you'll see their true feelings in their eyes, so they try to hide them as much as possible. Nonetheless, no eye contact can come from social anxiety or simple distractions as well. So don't forget about these factors, but don't rely on them entirely either when making a final decision. Number 4. They turn their feet away from you. You may have heard that a person whose feet are turned in your direction secretly likes you a lot. Well, this rule works the other way around too. Stephen Keel, a body language expert and author of The Human Whisperer, Mastering the Art of Understanding, Connecting with, and Influencing Others, confirms this too. He says that if a person is not really interested in the conversation, their feet will naturally turn away from you. Joe Navarro agrees with this too, adding that it's not always about the feet, but about the torso as well. So, when you see someone looking at you but turning both their feet and torso away, it's a strong sign of ventral denial, aka discomfort. Number 3. They scratch their neck. Neck touching or scratching can show different emotions, from flirty behavior to full-fledged anxiety. But even more interestingly, it's often a basic clue that the person is lying to you. If someone you're with scratches the side of their neck below the earlobe, they're either lying to you or secretly disagreeing with what you have to say. Joe Navarro indicates neck scratching as a sign of tension, anxiety, and insecurity. As you can see, none of these are positive emotions. So a person who expresses these nonverbal clues certainly feels out of place in your company. Number 2. Their arms and hands say it all. We've all heard that crossed arms are a bad sign when it comes to body language. It indicates that a person is closed off and not too thrilled about the conversation. However, some experts say that this is nothing more than a myth. Again, former FBI agent and body language expert Joe Navarro says that crossed arms are often a matter of self-comfort rather than negative energy coming your way. But that doesn't mean that there aren't other hand and arm signals that can give us all away. For example, when the person you're talking to is sitting with their hands on their lap, it shows their friendly attitude and willingness to absorb information. But if they put their hands on the armrests of their chair, they aren't too excited about the conversation. It's almost as if they want to use those armrests to pick themselves up and walk away at any moment. Nonverbal signals like these can quickly reveal your conversation partner's real feelings, so make sure to look out for them. Number 1. They don't mirror your body language. Our subconscious gives off all kinds of signals, and copying that person's body language is the most powerful of them all. Dr. Jack Schaefer, a professor at Western Illinois University, states that people who like one another often mirror each other's body positions and facial expressions. Of course, it happens with a little delay, but this rule always works. So, here's a little trick you can use to find out how the person you're talking to actually feels about you. At the beginning of your conversation, mirror their body position. Later, as the conversation goes on, change it and see whether this person copies your new position within a couple of minutes. If they do, chances are that they really enjoy your company. If not, then you two are most likely not on the same page. Do you know any other quick methods to detect somebody who doesn't like you? Tell us in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.